Weird American laws.
Imagine this absolute over-the-top laugh-out-loud chaos unfolding on a quiet Sunday morning in rural Texas. The sun is just peeking over the golden hills, birds are chirping, and everything feels peaceful and perfect. You're a city guy who just moved to the countryside, still learning the ropes. Your fridge is empty, your coffee is cold, and you're craving a tall glass of fresh, warm milk straight from the source. As you walk past your neighbor's pasture, you spot her, Old Bessie, the friendly brown cow, standing there chewing grass and looking at you with those big, trusting eyes. You think to yourself, just one quick glass, what could possibly go wrong? You hop the wooden fence, grab a bucket and a stool, sit down beside Bessie and start milking. The warm milk hits the bucket with that satisfying psh-psh-psh sound. You're humming a happy tune, feeling like a real cowboy, proud of your little adventure. The milk is fresh, creamy, and tastes like heaven. You're already imagining pouring it over your cereal when suddenly, click-clack, you hear the unmistakable sound of a shotgun being cocked right behind your head. A deep, gravelly voice booms, "Boy, what in the name of Sam Houston do you think you're doing milking my cow?" You freeze mid-squeeze. Milk drips from your hands. Your neighbor is standing there in his bathrobe and cowboy boots, shotgun pointed straight at you, looking like he just caught you rustling his entire herd. You stutter, I was just getting a little milk." He doesn't blink. "In Texas, son, that ain't just milk, that's theft." Before you can explain, sirens wail in the distance. Two sheriff's deputies come skidding up in a cloud of dust. One officer starts reading you your Miranda rights, while the other carefully measures the milk in your bucket like it's evidence from a bank heist. You're handcuffed for milking a cow. Yes, this could actually happen. In the great state of Texas, milking someone else's cow without permission is legally considered theft, and it can get you in real trouble. This is one of the most ridiculously specific laws still on the books, and today we're diving deep into the hilarious, head-scratching story behind it. Welcome to Law Toons USA, the channel where America's dumbest, funniest, and most absurd laws come to life in bright cartoons, packed with real facts, heavy satire, and non-stop laughs. Today's episode, milking someone else's cow equals
Subscribe and drop a like.
theft in Texas, funny law cartoon. Grab your hat, your sense of humor, and maybe a lawyer, because this one is wild. So, how did Texas end up with a law this specific? Texas has always been cattle country. Cows aren't just animals here, they're property, income, and sometimes even part of the family. Back in the old ranching days, milk was valuable. If someone snuck onto your land at night and milked your cows, they were stealing something that belonged to you. Lawmakers wanted to make it crystal clear you don't touch another man's cow without permission. So they wrote a law that treats unauthorized milking as theft under property crime statutes. The law doesn't say you can't pet a cow or look at a cow. It says you cannot take its milk without the owner's consent. And yes, this rule is still enforceable today. If your neighbor catches you with a bucket under Bessie, they can call the sheriff. Depending on how much milk you took and whether you've done it before, you could face misdemeanor or even felony theft charges, fines, and possibly jail time. In Texas, they take their cows and their milk serious. Let's bring this to life with some cartoon-worthy moments. You're the clumsy newcomer who just moved from the city. You see a cow, think free breakfast. You sneak into the pasture at sunrise, sit down and start milking, humming happily. Suddenly, click-clack, the farmer appears with a shotgun. Milk splashes everywhere as you drop the bucket and throw your hands up. The farmer yells, "That's my cow, boy!" Police cars skid in with lights flashing. One deputy measures the milk like it's a crime scene, while the other reads you your rights. The farmer shakes his head. In Texas, we take our milk serious. Now the courtroom scene for maximum comedy. The judge, wearing a big cowboy hat, slams the gavel. You are charged with unauthorized bovine lactation theft. You stand there in an orange jumpsuit looking terrified. "Your Honor, it was just one glass for my cereal." The prosecutor dramatically holds up your bucket. Exhibit A, stolen milk. Your lawyer whispers, "Plead insanity. Say you thought all cows were community property in Texas." The jury, all ranchers in cowboy hats, stares at you like you're from another planet. The judge bangs the gavel again. "Guilty." Sentence: community service, milking the county's cows under strict supervision. Here are some what-if scenarios that will look fantastic in animation. A group of teenagers on a dare. Bet you won't milk Old Man Johnson's prize cow at midnight. They sneak in with flashlights. One kid starts milking. The cow moos loudly. Lights flip on. The farmer appears
Subscribe and drop a like.
with a spotlight and shotgun. Cue a hilarious chase scene with kids running, milk flying, cows stampeding, and cartoon panic. A romantic comedy version. A guy tries to impress a girl by bringing her fresh farm milk. He sneaks into a pasture at sunrise, gets caught mid-milk. The girl watches from the fence, face-palming. That is not how you win a date in Texas. Modern influencer twist. Trying Texas farm life hack, milking random cows for content. Live stream starts. First cow, success. Second cow, farmer appears with shotgun. Influencer yells to camera, "This is not clickbait anymore," as he's tackled by deputies. Even though the law sounds absurd in 2026, it makes perfect sense in Texas culture. Cows are valuable assets. Their milk has real economic value. Taking it without permission is no different than stealing apples from someone's orchard or gas from their tank. Texas just wrote the law very specifically because ranching has always been serious business here. Bonus ridiculously specific Texas laws that are real or were on the books. It's illegal to shoot a buffalo from the second story of a hotel. You cannot sell your own eye. In some towns, it's illegal to throw a banana peel on the sidewalk. And yes, milking someone else's cow without permission can still get you charged with theft. Texas, when the laws are as big, bold, and unpredictable as the state itself. So, here's the final verdict. Yes, milking someone else's cow in Texas can legally be considered theft. Blood and plasma, sell as much as you want, but someone else's fresh cow milk? Keep your hands off, unless you have written permission and maybe a lawyer on speed dial. If this story made you laugh out loud, shake your head in disbelief, or suddenly feel the urge to check your neighbor's fence line, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to Toons USA and turn on notifications so you never miss a new animated weird law story. Drop a comment below. What's the silliest animal-related law you've heard from your state or country? I read every single one. Next time, we're tackling another law that sounds completely made up but somehow isn't. Until then, stay curious, stay legal, and whatever you do in Texas, do not milk someone else's cow. See you in the next one. USA, cow, milk.